Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6. So, we're headed in the direction of a culture victory, but we did get possibly the slowest culture victory at start that it's possible to get, on account of ending up with no wonders, although it looks like we might get Great Zimbabwe, and no holy sites, really. We have a holy site and it's not developed, and it's also been pillaged for 1,000,000 years, and I don't care enough to fix it. I know from playing other games that holy sites do seem to give quite a lot of tourism through the early game, and of course wonders are valuable for tourism purposes as well. So, oh dear. Here's a problem with playing a game of Civilization over a long period of time. What on earth was this guy doing? I don't know, maybe this. That seems like a sensible thing to do. Yeah, you just need to chill and heal. So do we want to build a mine right here? We definitely need to increase the production available to our cities. And building mines is obviously the most sensible way to do that. But do I want to build it here next to the mountain? That might be a place that's better served as a, well, actually, you know what? I do want to build it right here next to the mountain so that we can build an industrial zone here and have it be good. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Alright, well, we've got 4 more turns to wait until cartography. I don't think it's worth sending our dude up the coast to explore the coast any. He won't be back here in time, and I want him to just take off across the sea when we get there. Now, I've heard some people saying, read some people saying that the AI does not play well with water in this game, that it's just not smart enough to go across the sea and do stuff. First of all, I don't know that anybody's played enough games to really have a good idea. But, I mean, we've seen the AI come across, we've seen Victoria on her way to the religious victory that she clearly, desperately seeks. Send an army of religious units across the sea. I don't know, it doesn't seem too bad to me. Okay, so if we intend to build an industrial zone here, then we can build something else here, because it'll get 1 industry for the mine, 1 industry for these 2 adjacent. We could build another mine here on this hill, and then build like a campus here, and our industrial zone would be producing 4 additional. Yeah, that seems pretty good. You are just chilling for 3 turns. So basically, we want to meet everybody. We want to have a good idea of our position on the scoring charts. I guess we know our position on the scoring charts already. We want to have a good idea of who else is in the game. And it may be that you can't really export your culture to people without meeting them. You know, that makes a certain kind of intuitive sense that is not necessarily the same thing as being a good game mechanic. But in the absence of understanding, intuitive sense is an okay thing to at least try to go by. I'm looking for any other, like, really obvious tiles to improve. I may as well put down a mine. I'm just building a ton of mines now. Because I was thinking about it. I'm trying really hard to get workshops and industrial zones and stuff going. And obviously it is important to get your production off the ground. Oh dear, what is this? He'll make an alliance with me. Oh, yeah, we'll make an alliance, and I'll give him back his spy that I clearly just captured. And he'll give me ivory and 11 gold per turn for 30 turns? Wow, okay, yes. Yes, here's your spy. Absolutely. I love the fact that... Oh, and that completed diplomatic service. Because we needed to make an alliance. So, the city-state situation is pretty dire here. We're not suzerain of anything. Although we could be suzerain of both of these things. But that changes the value of this, obviously. This is another situation where our policies changed between, or our thing unlocked between turns. So we had to take the change policies right then. That's very annoying. I'm not going to bother to unlock it. So yeah, he was trying to steal a tech boost. An enemy spy succeeded in sabotaging industrial zone in the city of Sparta. Peter has finished building Big Ben. Okay, so I guess we need to make a spy and put them to work guarding Sparta. More mines. Anyway, like I was saying, the amount of production increase that you get from putting a mine on a tile is actually quite significant. A builder can add, like at this point in the game, without even a lot of great technology or anything, a builder can add 6 production to a city. That's an industrial zone plus a workshop, I think. Like an industrial zone that's getting some bonuses, plus a workshop worth of friendship. Well, we don't need to redo our friendship because we have an alliance right now, I'm assuming. We're making a lot of money now. I think we're going to finally take these horses. Okay, so we want to put industrial zone here. We want to probably campus there. We have embarkation technology. We could pick up the fish, but that doesn't seem huge. What other stuff could we do in cities? We don't have this sugar improved. We don't have this wheat improved. Yeah, I guess let's go build a farm. Oh no, we build plantations. Yeah, whatever. We'll build a plantation. Okay, we can cross the ocean. Let's have a look around, see if there's any islands that haven't been settled yet. Well, that's not going to be an island. So how are we doing on great people? We're getting a lot of great works. Okay, this guy's going to help us out with a wonder. In the very near future. We're almost at an artist. Very, very close. What are we getting? 17 points per turn? It's not bad. Alright, so we have to buy that tile. 230 gold. Jesus. Alright, I'm going to do it because we don't even have horses. But maybe not with the buying tiles anymore. Alright, let's go have a look at this barbarian encampment now. It looks like our neighbors are going to leave us alone for the moment. They seem to be distracted with each other. Okay, Saladin. It is an honor to meet you, and we would love to sample your hospitality. Okay, that's... what is there? There's 2 players left in the game that I don't know, I think? No, 1. That's right. I was thinking there should be 8 players, but we totally killed one. Alright, I don't know if we need to meet with them. I don't know if we need to get open borders. There were a lot of factors that increased the output of your tourism to other players in Civ 5, and I don't feel that the... what is this? They want me... they want to give me 13 gold per turn for 30 turns in exchange for some of my spare resources. I accept your deal. I don't even need the iron. Yeah, we're doing alright on gold per turn. We have a bustling trade.
King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba all she desired and asked for, besides what he had given her out of his royal bounty. So she turned and went to her own country, she and her servants.
Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to get from that quote.
The key words of violent economics are urbanization.
Alright, so let's see about the Ruhr Valley. Ruhr Valley is a really powerful wonder. What's the deal? It needs built along a river adjacent to an industrial zone that has a factory in it. Well, where's our industrial zone in this city? Ah, it's right here. It has no... We could pull up that... We're not even close to having a factory. But we could pull up this this stone. I wouldn't feel terrible about that for Ruhr Valley. We should definitely make a trade route, but I guess we can do that in Rockadet. Let's get the industrial zone in this city pumping. Alright, I do want to build some other stuff, but trader first. Traders are tremendously important. Alright, what else needs improvement? We need to make some archaeologists. I guess we could improve this, we'll put a farm up here. You have one more charge. Where would you be Best employed. There's a hill over here that doesn't have a mine on it. Rock Cadet does not need more food, so let's not worry about that. Let's, yeah. Let's go put a mine on this hill, I guess. And then you are just going to keep revealing as much land as possible. We could put this guy on Auto Explore, but I want to direct him significantly, so we're not going to. This is what I want. Here we go. So I'm currently not attracting any tourists of any kind by generating high amounts of culture and tourism, but this is not enough information. I need more detail. Alright, well, let's get our great artist.
New opinions are always suspected and usually opposed.
Alright, let's have a look at this. So we could pull up one of our wildcard policies, right? For something like rationalism, which is pretty powerful. Or free market, which we don't really need, I don't think. I mean, I guess we could just buy all the buildings we want. It's not horrible. We could probably already put a pretty significant amount toward that. But, like, do we want to replace our great people generation? I don't think so. Do we want to replace meritocracy? Would we be better off with science or gold in place of the amount of culture we're getting from this? Because it really is quite a lot. If we go to the strategy view, it's a little bit easier for me to count districts this way. Sorry, I play the game in strategy view quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Is this... Yeah, 17. So that's 17 of our culture in that policy. That's significant. That's not the button I wanted at all. That's significant. I don't know. I suppose we could take the hit. And we do need science to push up through... the text that boost our culture or our tourism output. Like, we need to get to computers at some point here. Alright, I think that was a sensible thing to do. So this great artist needs to go to an art museum. And this trade route needs to go to wherever. Rockinette seems fine. We probably do need to settle more. Oh, I have to fix my busted up, right? Do I want to fix my workshop more than I want to build? I'm just thinking we need to get our archaeologists going. It has to be from cities that have functional museums, right? So, like, what would it take to build an archaeologist in Sparta? 24 turns. Jesus, they cost 400 production. What does it cost to buy one? 1,600 gold. Wow. That is a very impressive number. I guess I'm not making enough gold. Alright, well, let's fix the workshop. That seems like a smart thing to do. We'll fix up the workshop, and then we will try to build an archaeologist there. We definitely need to get some going. Another thing that we're hoping to get out of our galley here is meeting some city-states. We have a bunch of built-up envoys, and I'd like to be able to apply them in a way that actually gets us some value. I don't know that we particularly need to clear this, but it does give our knights something to do. And I mean, it is XP, even if it's just a tiny amount. Yep, China's still expanding. We could expand north. There's not any place left on our continent that that blows my hair back or anything, but we could found on this little garbage tile and take all these sea resources. That seems pretty bad. Huh. I'm not particularly blessed, actually. Well, hopefully he won't get mad at me for not spreading my religion to him on account of I don't have one. The AI is not always that understanding. But sometimes they are. Well, I guess we just keep building industrial zones and culture buildings, right? Like I said, I'm not really 100% sure how this all works, so... If we build it right here, then we can build a commercial district somewhere nearby to take advantage of the river, and we can get another point of adjacency bonus on it. That dude is having to make quite a pilgrimage to store his paintings. Yeah, Rockadet doesn't need... I think it needs a random mine more than it needs another plantation. We've got to get some housing going. We should be... Do we have neighborhoods already? We're close to neighborhoods at least, I reckon. Urbanization. Okay, we'll have to actually look at the appeal of our tiles when we get to urbanization. I've not had to do that yet, so I don't actually even know what they look like. Alright, grants 480 production toward wonder construction, and maybe has multiple uses. So hold on a second. We'll check him out in a moment here. Alright, guy. He's making fun of me for having built that farm. Why did that happen when I built my farm? That was a weird time for it, right? Mines are +3 production now. Okay, Gustav Eiffel has 2 charges of +480 industry, 480 production. But do we have a wonder that we want to build? Is the question.
Under the white cliffs,
Oh, I haven't seen that one before. That's interesting. Alright, you just hold on. You're done. I guess this guy's just waiting. He could wait in Athens, be a little bit more central. Oh, great people have a rebase ability. It doesn't even matter where he is, actually. Yeah, just wait. Wait until I have a wonder that needs to be built. We're about to unlock the ability to build the Potala Palace, but a diplomatic policy slot is like the policy slot that I need the least. Oh, the Great Wave. Nice. Theme bonus doubles output when displaying objects of the same type from different artists. Okay. So that's why artists create a whole bunch of different types of things now, because the theming bonuses work differently. Alright. Alright, I'm starting to understand. Because he creates a, what is a religious thing and then 2 portraits, or 2 religious things and 1 portrait? China's in democracy now. I mean, make your next work. So that's a landscape. Okay, so this landscape is establishing the theme for this museum. It is a landscape museum. So this is interesting. I actually think this is a... I think I like this better than the way Civ 5 did it, with the weird swapping with the computer and them having like basically no input into the situation. Oh, it takes forever to build an archaeologist. All right, well we'll rebase a trade route into the capital, and that'll help some. The capital just doesn't have a lot of production tiles. Kind of rough. We will not be sending an envoy to either of those city-states. Okay, so he just makes landscapes. Fair enough, I guess. Listen, who am I to criticize a dude for not having a lot of variety in his oeuvre? I'm pretty sure I can only paint stick figures. Alright, so how long is it going to take us to earn more great artists, though? So they cost in the 600s. That is a pretty significant amount of time. Are we going to get James Joyce? It looks like we are. Cool. And then we're going to get a musician that we have no way of utilizing, unfortunately. Well, we're getting close to a... Oh no, the Bolshoi Ballet doesn't have a music slot, it has a writing slot. Oh no, it does. It has both. It has both. Okay, this is a thing I would like to build. So we want to put that in, right? Like over rationalism? Do I want rationalism more than I want one of these things? Maybe more than the Great Writer points? Yeah, we just like, we really need science to push up into the cool stuff. Oh man, look at this. Look at these. Look at all this gold from Great Zimbabwe. That's really cool. Unfortunately, Sparta needs production so badly. Seriously, Sparta needs production so badly. What's she got here? Frigates and ironclads. This is my galley. How are you guys? So a factory would give +3 production to Knossos and Rakadet, and is this my industrial zone? And Argos, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and okay. It's very difficult not to just build the factory. Factories, I assume, are incredibly expensive. 1420. They cost less than an archaeologist. So maybe we could go for the Bolshoi Theater. Right, the city's production is not awesome, but it's not terrible, and it's far enough from the front that I'm not worried about losing it. We could run our dude over and have him complete half of it. More than half of it. Right? Because he has 2 charges of 480 each, I believe. Yeah, this won't be so bad. Okay, we got opera and ballet, which was important. I chose not to put in the extra great musician points thing, because I just don't think we can make use of it, really. Grants the ability to construct an additional spy, allows forming 2 identical units into a corps or fleet. Oh, this is how you do that. Okay. Well, let's get urbanization, I think. Get the ability to build neighborhoods, because we're starting to hit pop cap in a lot of places. Right, Gustave Eiffel. Let's get this done. Congo has been targeted for war by Seoul. Just suzerain status switching around. Okay, pretty significant. You have 1 more build. Honestly, I think I would rather farm the wheat. Get more food instead of more gold. Industrial zone here reaches to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does reach to Athens. 4, 5, 6. Doesn't quite reach to Rakadet or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it doesn't quite reach anywhere else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. What a shame. There's so many places that are just slightly out of reach. But let's put together an archaeology museum here. We're not going to produce great artists fast enough to fill another art museum on top of the ones we've already built. So let's just get some industry. Is there any other? No. Okay. Running internals is still the best for production. Man, it's possible that we won't even meet any city-states over here because they might all have been conquered. You know how the AI is about that. Alright, well, we've taken a little bit of time off of this, not too much. It's a shame we don't have a version of Gustav Eiffel that works on archaeologists. Alright, so 45 turns is going to come down to something in the 20s, I think? 21 turns, it's still a lot, obviously. I'm going to build a factory. We'll lend a little bit of assistance to Rock Cadet. And then I think probably once we have some more gold, our goal with our remaining gold is going to be to buy factories. Factories and I guess theater square buildings. Acropolis buildings, rather. Hey look, half a point of housing. Doesn't that help? No, you are... How are you at 6 housing? Hold on a second. Does this city not have a... Okay, well, that helps. I can't believe the city didn't have a granary. It's 1440 AD. What am I doing, man? What am I doing out here? We're about to have another trade route. That'll be nice. I'll probably actually run it out of Rock Cadet to increase the income. What do I want this guy to do? He could just become a scout. Get out on the open ocean. Wow. That's really a lot of knights. Can we talk for a moment about how crazy that was? That cannot be the best way to do the thing they're trying to do. I was thinking, for some reason, when I looked at the tree last time, I thought nationalism was a dead end, but no, clearly not. So, Scorched Earth is not going to be terribly valuable to us. Wow, that's pretty good, though. So we're going to go around that. Conservation allows us to make national parks, which are good for tourism. We have to buy the guys who make them with faith. We don't really have any faith income, but we might have enough saved up to buy one. This is not that good for us. Doubles the tourism of seaside resorts. Where's the tech that lets us have seaside resorts? Because I know that that's... let's go and look that up. Because I know seaside resorts are another thing that produces tourism. That's weird that there's two different pages for this. Researching radio. Is the other page so sparse? No. Why is there two? Alright, provides double the tiles appeal in tourism, can only be built on coastal tiles, minimum appeal of breathtaking. Okay. Let's have a look at our tile appeal. There's a lens for this. So we have a number of breathtaking tiles. It looks like it doesn't take too much for a tile to be breathtaking along the coast. Okay, guy. Do we, by any chance, get a readout of why it's breathtaking? Like, what's contributing the points?
Change the facts.
Alright, obviously Oxford's pretty good. Did my lens turn off? Yeah, here we go. So no, mousing over it doesn't tell us why. These tiles are uninviting. We don't have any disgusting tiles in our empire yet. Alright, what happened here? A spy from the Chinese Empire was killed in a mission during the mission in the city of Sparta, and we completed a commercial district. I was hoping somebody had moved. I want to see what's up in that bay. Okay. There are so many things happening here. So our industrial zone is here, is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this hits Athens, Sparta, Menos, and Nekhen. I think we have to try to push up to a factory here. Which kind of museum does the city have? Oh, it does have... Should we make an archaeologist first? Yeah, let's go ahead and make an archaeologist. And we can just buy the trader, I think. Although we may as well buy it in the city we're going to use it from. At least we're getting some value out of our gold. So we pretty much want to go to... Oh, I had already selected radio. This was the plan. Alright, so where are we at here? Killing it with a musket man is not happening. Industrialization's actually finished already. What's 3? Oh, 3 is flight. Okay. Bonus tourism to all improvements that provide culture. Okay. Do we have... I don't think we have a lot of improvements providing culture. Or any, maybe? You know what? It may be that there aren't any outside of the culturally... Well, hold on. Why was it asking me to choose? I've already selected radio, clearly. I think it was having some kind of problem with me having selected industrialization, but then me having completed it via Eureka. It's a strange issue. Well, so what are we doing better than last game? What did we learn, and how are we benefiting from it? Okay. For one thing, we are definitely a lot better at tile improvement. We actually have enough improved tiles for all of our citizens to work in some of our cities. That was not the case in any of our cities before, so... Oh, Athens is up to 5. 5 industry per turn. That's actually really excellent. Alright, so here's London with a city strength of 63. Not too bad. A fleet of frigates. Is the same civic that gives you corps the one that gives you... Ooh, what is this? Fleets? I don't think it is. I guess these guys might just be escorting the engineers. This might not be something to worry about. We do have a city strength of 51, which is above the strength of a knight, but it's not above the strength of a knight by very much. I think a knight's base strength is like 48. So why don't you come back on land? I know I just put you out in the water, but why don't you come play D? We do have enough money to upgrade our archers if we want to. No, we don't. I probably have taken off the the card that gives us cheaper unit upgrades, right? Because I wasn't using it. No, I haven't had to. I guess this knight could just chill in Knossos because Knossos needs amenities anyway. Is this our great musician? Oh no, it's another great writer. F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Amory Blaine inherited from his mother every trait.
I actually like this side of Paradise. It's a pretty good book. It's interesting that F. Scott Fitzgerald is in the game, but he doesn't write The Great Gatsby, which I think most people would agree is his best work. Certainly his most famous work. Or maybe it's maybe he just has a list of all of his novels, and each time he appears in game, they randomly choose 2 for him to write. I just really like The Great Gatsby. I'm bummed that I don't get to have it. Alright. We almost have some archaeologists. We also almost have a ballet. Peter just finished the Colossus. And how close are people to the various victory conditions? Let's have a quick look, because we might lose the game all of a sudden. It looks like England is not doing all that well on religion. China is not doing all that well on... All of these circles are pretty empty. We have the highest military strength somehow. Isn't my army a bunch of archers and a knight? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, hold up. Military strength 248. Okay, no. So this isn't going by... Oh, it's probably going by who owns the most capitals. when everybody only owns one capital, I'm 100% certain it's just a military strength meter, but I'm going to appear at the top now because I have 2 capitals and nobody else does. Yeah, military strength 1829 to my 248. That makes sense. We saw how many knights she has. Alright, so we're providing an amenity by garrisoning this knight here. Knossos apparently needs amenities quite badly, despite being the only city in the entire empire that has an entertainment district. What? Barbarians? Do I want to change anything up while we're here, while we have the opportunity? I don't think I want to throw in the Great Musician points. I do think after we get urbanization, we have to think about where are the cards that give us more points for our other great art people. They would be purple, right? This increases great scientist points. Is there not a +4 policy for the other? No. Yeah, maybe there's just not a +4 points return policy for artists and writers. It's interesting. I guess the game figures since you can start accumulating points with them so early, you probably don't really need it. Which makes sense.
She was dazzling and light.
Okay, so how am I doing here? We have 22 tourism coming out of our great works. We desperately need more art and more archaeology. We need to build art museums now. Well, we have... This is an archaeology museum, so we have 5 museums including this. The next 2 should probably be art museums. I guess we'll see. Maybe the next one. Oh, camp spawn. Alright. Barbarian scouts are not very threatening in the sense that they do not attack units for the most part, and they don't pillage improvements or anything. But what they will do is plunder trade routes. So we're going to make sure this guy gets dealt with. And then we got to wipe out the camp, obviously, but should be pretty trivial. Barbarian tech level doesn't seem to be scaling up very quickly. Yeah, you better run. I don't know that's going to be fast enough. Why don't we rebase you to here? Your industrial zone is in a really awkward place. Make me an archaeologist. In a moment here, we're going to be doing so much archaeology you guys won't even be able to believe it. And by a moment, I mean like 10 minutes. Ugh. I feel like I'm doing a better job of optimizing for industry, but we still are so low on industry. I was not really considering industry when I was founding my cities, and it's biting us in the ass now. There's a lot to think about ahead of time, which is something that I really like. I think there's a lot of really great design in this game, and a lot of it comes from the fact that some of the systems are so intricate. Hell yeah, 5 free culture. We're going to make a major motion picture about the noble battles of this night. That's where all that culture is coming from. It's going to be like The Revenant, except with barbarians instead of bears. Can you tell I haven't seen The Revenant? Listen, I like Leonardo DiCaprio as much as or more than the next guy, but boy, something about that movie just does not seem interesting to me at all. How much? It's 3 production, so it's not really that much. The thing that's exciting about it is the way it spreads. But actually, we might be better off just going to an entertainment complex. This one here, if put here, it would be able to benefit all 3 of these cities, because Sparta is right at its amenity cap. Okay, yeah, archaeology. At some point, maybe we should fix the holy site. I don't honestly even care. I guess I may care. It may turn out that naturalists cost so much faith that I can't even buy one. So it doesn't look like the AI are particularly close to winning the game. But we do know that China's pretty deep in the... what do you call it?
It's not the towering sails.
The China's pretty deep in the culture tree if their government is democracy. So they might be similarly deep in the tech tree. Actually, we can check that in a second here. For some reason, it won't let me move this unit until that other unit halfway around the world completes its attack. Let's check the tech tree. There's a little indicator down here. So yeah, China's in the atomic era. Modern for you, modern for you. I'm back here in the industrial era. We're about to join the modern era. We'll have planes and balloons at least. Alright, so what is the situation? Let's have a look at our overall... Well, hold on. Let's let the turn end first. Okay. Greece and Brazilian. We're more likely to find stuff with our culture on it. So let's take this as a Brazilian artifact. A medieval Brazilian artifact. Okay. So that makes this a medieval museum. We just need to find 2 more medieval things of different civilizations. What is this? Oh! Even trade plus a little bit? Absolutely. Hey, you too, buddy. Let's all trade resources and like each other a bunch. So if I was going to found another city, where would I found it? There's a cool spot to put a campus up here, although you would have to murder some sheep. We could still found up here. I think we're going to find barbarian artifacts up here, which is neat. That's right, you need new orders. Let's get all of the easy ones first, because I'm lazy. Profoundly so. Woohoo, 30 gold. Okay, at this point I'm starting to feel like we may want to put this guy on auto-explore. We found the other continent, we found the last player. And I'm getting tired of driving him around the sea. I know this isn't optimal strategy gameplay, but there are times in strategy games where I do stuff because I'm lazy, rather than because it's the right thing to do. Right, I just wanted to see these tiles out here. See if there was a cool ocean luxury that might make that a good settle. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this guy on auto-explore. Bellum. So I think we want another art museum. Let's make an arena first, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So this entertainment district will reach neck in with the benefits from some of its things. Okay, so we took... This is ancient era. I guess ancient barbarians. Can we move this to another museum right now? Okay, artifacts may only be moved from full archaeological museums. Fine. Fine, sure. I guess it doesn't make sense to start the theming of another museum yet anyway. Because that may end up being like an odd man out artifact that doesn't end up doing anything for us. Sorry, who's involved in this? What's happening? That is a barbarian caravel. Flee! Apparently there's a naval barbarian camp nearby. So is there any archaeological stuff that I need to take on the border before it becomes not on the border anymore? No, it doesn't look like it. Also, does China seriously still have no early empire? How deep in the culture tree can you get without early empire? Maybe it's just showing like that because I haven't seen their border since that was the case. Seems perfectly reasonable. Allows builders to plant woods. Woods in your territory that have never been removed gain +1 appeal. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, yeah. Conservation. Seems good. We'd have to have a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal to boost this. That actually might happen. Like, Athens could build a neighborhood in a moment. Now, let's reveal the rest of this. There might be a little island out here somewhere. Could be cool. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's see if Athens wants to build a neighborhood. If it does, then we'll probably just take conservation up to the halfway point and then pull off of it. And by probably, I mean for absolutely definitely. Okay. Oops, I almost deleted him. Ancient Egypt. Okay, so now we just need... This says created by blank. But this is our barbarian one, right? Alright, so we need one more ancient thing. Greek one would be pretty good. And we have another archaeologist coming to work on that. There's a lot of waiting in some of these victory types. And part of that is me not playing that well and me just like not being prepared. I don't feel bad about it. We're working on it, you know. +6. Yeah, it does require breathtaking. Okay. +6 housing actually sounds really good here. Alright, so we'll take that up to half and we'll let the neighborhood complete it, even though that's going to take a while. Because I'm not 100% sure we're going to be able to afford a naturalist anyway. I don't know what they cost. And I doubt it says it in the Civilopedia, because the Civilopedia is remarkably short on actual numbers and like really good explanations for things. I'm not sure why.
Bolshoi Ballet is a universe of the imagination, a place of magic and enchantments, beauty and romance. Its many worlds vibrate with graceful dancers, glorious music, and sumptuous costumes.
Sumptuous costumes. I feel like I don't exactly know the definition of sumptuous, but I feel like I mostly hear it in the context of food. Anyway, you know, I know a little bit from context. So we got propaganda, which is not useful to us now, but may become useful to us. We've seen that this matters. Should I pull my money thing for Machiavellianism instead? We do still need to build spies. You know what? Yes. Let's do that for now. We'll try to get some spies built here. Alright, let's see what we get. An ancient tribal village encountered by Greece. The discovery seems to have been buried since the ancient era. This artifact is from Greece. It's an ancient Greek artifact, so that's awesome. We want these things to go in this museum. Wait. Yeah. We have 2 ancient artifacts that are not like this would work. No. Why can't I move these to here? This museum would be themed. What if I do that? Can I? No. This is a needlessly restrictive system for moving things around. We have an ancient museum worth of stuff here. I guess we'll just have to wait until we have more stuff. Maybe. Right, this is weird, right? Okay. I guess we, for some reason, don't get this bonus right now. Very strange. Why wouldn't you be able to move an artifact into a museum of the type that it is? Very strange indeed. I mean, like, if you got to choose how to place them in the first place or something, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, it looks like we do need a little bit more culture in this before it's at half, so we have to give that one more turn. I know we need amenities in various places. You should run to Athens. Hey, make money. One of our policies went obsolete. But I don't know which one. Well, what would be good for us in red? Academies and seaports, we don't have any. None of this stuff looks any good for us, actually. Plus production towards stuff we're not building. Yeah, this is not good. I don't know, veterancy. We gotta change our government. We gotta get to these fancy new governments, man. I wanna be cool like China. So... I was hoping that the aerodrome might have some kind of effect on tourism. You know, there was a tourism effect from airports and stuff in Civ 5, but it looks like that is not the case here. Alright, classical Egypt, I guess. Can I... Same era from different civilizations. Oh, I thought it said classical on that, did it not? That's... okay, whatever. So this is Greece. We can put this here and complete the bonus. Something is real screwy about this system. This museum also has to be full before I can move things, despite the fact that I could complete its theming right now, right this second. I guess. Okay, alright. So Broadway would be really cool. And a free Atomic Era Civic boost could end up being really valuable. Cristo Redentor doubles the tourism output of seaside resorts. Obviously, this would also be really cool. But our capital is not the kind of place to build these things. It's an okay place to build spies. Let's pop these out. We're going to switch our civic toward the next government type, I think. This is our new aim. So, democracy? Bonuses towards stuff that we don't really need. I think New Deal sounds pretty good for us. I know that we're not rolling in gold right now, but we could maybe fix that, especially with this, which allows us to run trade routes out to allies and still be getting food and production out of our trade. I don't think any of the other bonuses here... I mean, communism gives production, and production's always good. These aren't terrible. Honestly, I'm quite torn. I have to say, I really like 3 economic slots, 2 wildcard slots, though. Yeah, let's go to suffrage. So we need to build 4 sewers to boost that. That is simply not happening. Ideology has no boost. Mobilization is also not getting boosted. It's just not something I can do. Not something I can do, and not something I care about. Capitalism is not of... I keep looking at it like it's going to be different next time, but capitalism is not of any value to us either. We're going to be a non-capitalist democracy. Okay, Peter finished Broadway. Well, I don't need to think about that anymore, apparently. I'm kind of surprised that I got the Bolshoi Ballet if Peter's trying to do stuff like build Broadway. It's an odd... So I guess let's go up here and hope that this is something from the ancient era, and then maybe it will finally let me move my stuff around. I don't know. There's some weird restrictions on the movement of great works that are not conducive to playing the great work game, which is very frustrating. And I cannot believe we haven't found another city-state yet. Okay, so the zoo will shoot amenities out to everybody, but I think we want to make an art museum first, or do I want another archaeological museum? We still have one more museum to build, right? There's we have 6 right now, or we have 5 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will put us at 3 art, 4 archaeology if I build archaeology here and art elsewhere. We're not earning the great artist very quickly. Let's go for it. Does it take more production to make the archaeologist than it does to make the museum? I think it might. Can I see 400, 265? Yes, significantly more, in fact. Okay. Unfortunately, we only have 1 slot for a great work of music. But, you know, we'll get there. Every little bit of tourism helps as quickly as we can get it. Just getting a little bit more tile vision. Alright, are there seriously no city-states left on this continent? I mean, maybe there's just none by the coast. It doesn't seem likely, but I guess it's possible. Alright, we almost have our spies up. Who needs orders? You need orders. It is an ancient Egyptian artifact. Okay. So we swap. We have here Egypt and Greece. It's interesting that that says Cleopatra, but this says Greece instead of Gorgo. Hey, we did it. Alright, finally. So what did I just get? Cultural heritage. What is that? It's got a boost toward a civic that I'm not familiar with. Awards and envoy. Sydney Opera House. That would be nice for us to build. Okay. We are definitely putting that in our policies. Ah, and this is the one that unlocks the shipwrecks. Okay, so cultural heritage is like really, really important to us then. And it comes after conservation, and it's boosted already. Okay. We'll throw this on after we get our new government. And we're going to be glad that we have all of the economic and wildcard slots. You know, I'm not really, no. Everything seems to be going fine. And since things are good now, I reasonably assume that they will be good forever. I don't think there's any flaw in that line of logic. Boy, this neighborhood is taking its sweet time. How can it be so difficult to construct a neighborhood? Ooh, fancy. Musketmen and cavalry. Alright, so this will be another art museum. Are we actually anywhere near our second great artist? Okay, yes, actually we are. Portrait, portrait, portrait. So you actually need a huge amount of art museums to have any chance of theming your art museums then. Ah, he wants to trade me just one. Well, he only has one luxury that I don't have. Yeah, fine. That deal's a little bit more in his favor than the last one was, but I'll take it. Mostly I just want everybody to think that we're friends and not attack me right now while I'm trying to figure out how systems work. It's very distracting. So where am I going to send this guy? I guess this guy ends up going up north? Yeah, these 3 will be his 3. Start here. Because China could theoretically take that slot over by settling another city toward Preslav, which is a thing I expect they might do. Go counter spy. I always think that that's the menu you can click on. It's so weird that they give you a menu to show you what can happen, and that menu is identical to the menu where you actually do choose your missions. So do I want to try to go for Cristo Redentor? I know that it would take a long time to build, but it might be worthwhile. Seaside resorts might be awesome. Yeah, go for it. Neckin doesn't really have that much else to do. A factory here would be pretty useful. This guy finished the factory. I think we want to go for a... Yeah, we should definitely have universities in as many of our cities as possible. So given the way production is working out now, this guy's getting rebased. But is he getting rebased to Neccan or to Athens? Let's go to Athens. And... I'm not familiar with this work of art at all. It's a slow starter. Okay, so 53 tourism from Great Works now. We're getting there, slowly. This is a religious art. That's awkward. Because neither our already extant great artist nor our new great artist are creating religious art. Yeah, it seems like you need either a significant amount of luck, or I guess maybe you're intended to, if you're trying to do artist theming, maybe you're intended to use the pass system a little bit more aggressively. I haven't passed on great people very much at all, but maybe it's important to do if you're trying to get theming going. Okay, so somebody just declared war on us. There it is. It probably should show me this before it shows me his attack. So these are just horsemen, and they're actually going to lose to a hoplite. But you know what they're really going to lose to? All of the other things we can do. Wow, Sparta's producing 8 food now on trade routes? That's awesome. Okay, where is that knight? You have a job to do. Get over here. Okay, I mean, that's a crossbow. But this city has 48 combat strength. What is his imagining here? Like, how does he think this is going to work? Wow, is crossbowman really the highest I can go? That's embarrassing. Oh, cool. Alright, I guess we should bring forth the people from a couple of the other nearby cities. Let's just do a little upgrading here. So a number of my trade deals have run out, unfortunately. I don't think that there's anywhere else in my empire for you to do your thing. So why don't you just chill out near this until we have another music slot. Mamluk. Huh. Neat. So yeah, Pedro's declared a reconquest war. He wants Manaus back. Obviously, we cannot allow that. We have uses for it. Alright. He's gonna have to bring an actual army, though. These guys literally cannot take a city that has 48 combat strength, I don't think. I think they'll die. Also, I like that this encampment is so far forward that it prevents an easy surround because it can bombard 3 of the spaces that are adjacent to this city. Yet another advantage of building very tightly packed cities. It's a really dense empire. Ooh, look at that. Horseman Corps. Cool. Apparently his hidden agenda for this game has to do with culture. Wow, we are really producing a lot of culture per turn. I wasn't paying attention to how quickly that's been going up. No, barbarians! Alright, well. I deserve that for trying to sail a galley around the world in 1595. Can't say I wasn't begging for it. Alright, we will form a corps, probably, at some point here. Bring some of these units up and see about that. Should I take another city from him, maybe? Something to think about. Do we have enough units to form 3 corps? I actually don't. But we could buy a unit and do it. We need to fix our gold. Well, in 3 turns we'll have the opportunity to swap policies around. on the cheap, and we'll take advantage of it. But for right now, I think we're just gonna let it kind of hemorrhage. All right, so some of these crossbowmen have 3 promotions on them already from previous wars, and are very close to getting the ability to double attack. Would you just get down here? He should be pretty fast. Yeah. Combination of the horseman speed with the fact that our modern roads are very effective at moving units around. Alright. My galley was destroyed by a thing that I only did 8 damage to. So we got that zoo up, right? It says Rakadet needs more amenities, but the bar here doesn't say that. I know they're fighting or whatever. Yeah, just needs more. Is it not getting them from... Did I not actually build the zoo yet? No, I didn't. Okay, well, we'll just build the zoo next. Because if this war ends up taking a long time, we are definitely going to want to make sure that we don't suffer a ton of war weariness. So what happens if I court these 2 crossbowmen? Okay, they maintain the 3 upgrades. I don't know what... If they have different sets of upgrades, what happens then? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know if there's a way to know. I'm not going to court everybody, because we can do a lot more damage this turn. I don't know how he thought he was going to take a city with a force of a small number of horsemen and a guy with a bow. Not even a crossbow can solve this problem. Alright, once we have our second spy, what do we do with it? We could send it to Brazil. Can I... Oh no, he just arrived. It's still that same turn. Okay. I'm going to step the archers to the side here, and our knight will run through and decimate his horse corps. Super weird that he even went for this. No, you cannot have open borders under any circumstances. Nope. I'll do this. No, I won't. I don't need sugar, or coffee. No, screw you. What? Ah, Peter got River Valley. We didn't really have an awesome place to build it. Whatever, it's fine. This is a spearman, and that city has 46 combat strength. So I'm not sure what his plan is. And I know this is an anti-horse unit and everything, but the combat strength difference is really significant. Alright, well, let's keep getting XP, I guess. Our military is not hugely powerful, but it is very experienced. Let's rebase this to Nekin, obviously. So probably we want to put this in... Shoot, I can't see his capital or anything. Neither Kabul nor Bellum have any districts or anything. Who else is mad at us? Well, nobody else is actively yelling at us, so maybe I don't want to encourage any more disloyalty. What can we do in a city that only has a city center? Just gain sources and... yeah, never mind. Well, I could play defense again. Our spy is defending this region? Is this the... I don't remember. Is this industrial zone this city or this city? Oh no, this one is Athens. So we have a guy here, and he's defending these two. I guess it doesn't look like you can even do missions in those, though. I guess we could put him in Sparta and have him sit in the campus. It's not terribly compelling, but I just don't want our stuff getting messed with anymore. We're having a hard enough time catching up. Factory seems like a good idea. So how are we doing? We have one. We have one tourist. We have one tourist from the place that has the most tourists. From the most domestic tourists. So I guess that's good, but we could take a city from him, or at least try to take a city from him. We could take Kabul, probably. And then maybe give it back at the end of the war. I bet we get it. Only has 41 combat strength. If we just built any siege unit or any like really modern unit.
If they do not have a real enemy.
Okay, so we got this. That seems compelling to me. That'll help with our money. And then I think we're gonna change Grand Opera out for free market, probably. Or is there another? Plus 4 gold from all trade routes is 24 gold per turn when all of our trade routes are running, which they will be. Is that more than free market? Probably, right? I'm afraid to close this thing without picking because I think it'll just decide that I'm done. Well, so we have to pick. Is free market going to be more than 24? Yeah, it's got to be. Triangular trade goes. Actually, which thing do I want? Let's put it over rationalism. I really don't know which one was a better play there. Alright, let's have the city do its thing so that we can commit the minimum number of units to clearing this guy out so that we can start marching our units to the east. We'll go threaten Kabul, see if we can get him to back down. Oh yeah, at least we're going to get some free culture here. That's something. I think this is going to give him a promotion. Nope, not quite. He needs one more attack. Ah, a battering ram. Wow, plus 10 gold now. Oh, these trade routes are getting so good. Great Zimbabwe is a cool wonder. It's really nice to build in your city where you're going to be building a lot of wonders, actually. Because you're encouraged to send trade routes out of that city to bring back production, and then you end up getting all this extra gold. We're learning things. I guess that was the sound of the what do you call it? The sound of the battering ram rolling away. It kind of sounded like an engine, didn't it? For a second there, I thought we were, like, maybe going to see a great general in a little jeep emerge. I don't know if they still do that. Alright, your units are terrible. You cannot win this war. Surrender immediately and I may take pity and not burn down one of your cities. I'm not going to burn down this city, but I might steal it. So, like, what do we actually have access to here as far as military bits go? We could just get infantry, a nice modern unit that's powerful and doesn't require any strategics. We also probably get access to bombers pretty soon. We have biplanes right now with a melee strength of 60. I'm guessing they use their range strength against other units. How expensive are they? They are 430 production, so more than an archaeologist for scale. We get your first bomber here. Bombard strength of 80. Requires aluminum. Alright, we're not going to run forward on this because if we took him, Kabul would be able to shell us. And their combat strength is not that much different from our own. We don't want to encourage that sort of thing. I'm going to send these guys over here. The catapult can't shoot... Oh, no, it can. It's on hills. I'm just going to back this guy up into the city proper then. We may be able to get out of this without having to build any more military units, honestly. Also, what the hell is taking that archaeologist so long? Okay, he's finally there. Hey, look, a naturalist. Don't you have to establish national parks within your own borders? That was a Chinese naturalist, wasn't it? Oh. An ancient era... Ooh, Preslav is one we don't have. So here again, we're in the situation where we should be able to move these things to this museum. We should be able to complete the theming of this museum right now. Or just swap these two. That would fix it. Frustrating. Alright, great artist. Angelica Kaufman. So do we want to pick up an artist that does portraits? Or do we want to hold out? Congo's at 8.8. Man, it's going to take them so many turns. Never mind, we'll just take this one. Okay, easy enough. Prefer not to have to use the core on this, because I'd like them to keep moving. Alright. Yeah, we can threaten this city. Maybe take it down. I'm not going to move it this turn. You need to go to an art museum. Rock Cadet is... Okay. Rebase. We're going to remember that we have that button. So, we have to hope that the next great person is... What do we got here? We got landscapes. Okay, landscape artist. We could also try trading with people for great works. I haven't really been pursuing that. We have lots of luxuries, and we have a treasury slowly growing again.
It is arguable whether the human race have been gainers by the march of science beyond the steam engine.
No, it's not. Winston Churchill was a drunk. It's the only way you can come up with a statement like that. Alright, 150, jeez. Really, really far away from another level, these guys. It's possible that the best play there was to walk forward and shoot, so these guys could walk forward behind them and shoot, but I'm not 100% sure that this tile isn't within bombard range of a city. This could be a city, or this could be a city. So let's just play it a little safe. Aha, I have higher combat strength than you do, because there's so many more of us. Although that's not represented in the art at all. Alright. So we have some coal. We have some more tiles that we haven't actually improved. Do I want to buy a builder? No, we'll just build one in Athens. It's about to be finished with its neighborhood. Okay, so let's do a quick check. Who's got great works that they might be willing to trade to us? Everybody doesn't like us because they're all jerks. But this is a portrait. Hold on, what do we need? We need landscapes, right? Yeah. We need lots of landscapes. So none of this stuff is actually any good. How about you? Oh, you're not going to trade with me. How about you? No great works at all, looks like. Probably him, right? No, all he has is a Tooth of the Prophet. And a lot of cities he could trade us, potentially. And 1,600 gold in his treasury. Okay. Can I... What is this? It doesn't show me the typing? Because that's not landscape. Oh, these are religious art, right? No, seriously, hold on. I don't know what that is. When I mouse over it, shouldn't it tell me what type of art it is? Because I cannot, from the title, tell you what that's supposed to be. It could be a landscape. It could be a portrait. Maybe it's of a person named Samin. I don't know. I don't know how to know that. I can go look it up. Don't feel I should have to. Can I... The tooltip just says the title, which is also right here. And none of the modifier keys are helpful. Okay, never mind. Actually, hold on. How expensive would it be for me to get that from you? What do you want? Okay, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I might want it. There's no way for me to know, because I don't know what it is. Okay, so nobody is obviously willing to trade us landscapes. Let's pass your turn. Oh, right. I didn't actually walk you into the museum. Okay. Portraits. Sure. That's religious art. Alright, and you are then going for this one. Oh, I gotta deal with that barbarian. Don't want to lose my archaeologist to a barbarian. The best thing I could buy right now is a hoplite. Ugh. The gold costs for things really rise quite sharply. Maybe Argos can build a unit after it finishes the university. Or Rock Cadet or something. We have lots of cities nearby that can probably provide him with some manner of escort. Alright, so Athens will build a builder. I wish that the building queue was in the game. I can't understand why they shipped without the building queue. It doesn't seem like it should be a terribly difficult thing for them to put together. They've done it before. Okay, infinite number of crossbowmen emerging from the shadows.
It has been
Okay.
demonstrated that no system, not even the most water and air, the two essentials on which life depends, have become global garbage cans.
Let's... Maybe we should change Grand Opera out. How far are we off of suffrage? 10 turns? No, let's leave it. We'll make changes when we hit suffrage. Alright, if we kill this guy, the two archers that are right here shouldn't be able to walk forward and kill us. I don't think they'll do enough damage. Also, only one of them can move and shoot anyway. Huh, we can't see the city. Does that mean the city also can't see us? Trying to flank around a little bit. 59 culture. We have 59 tourism. We have 7 tourism coming from somewhere else, but the tooltip text is like the least useful it could possibly be. Oh, did you know? It's coming from your cities. Yeah, thank you. That's very helpful. Alright, we're gonna need that zoo. I mean, I guess. Neither one of these things is very interesting to me, but there's no good reason not to be the suzerain. I don't know, man. This is some crummy city-states, and it's ridiculous that we haven't been able to find another one anywhere on Earth. We need to, like, get sea units around the bottom of this coast, I guess? Yeah, we're kind of busy, though. Building a lot of things here. Oh, I just realized I have a great general who actually applies bonuses to these units. So yeah, these guys just have a huge number of crossbowmen that they don't want to attack with. They just want to use them defensively. Is it faster to get them from... I think this is the fastest way to do this. Alright, well, let's fall back a space. Take route. I don't know that I want to move anybody forward because of the city. We could army up. I don't think that we want to. An army of crossbowmen is not as good as a corps plus another. Honestly, a corps of crossbowmen is not as good as 2. But the idea, I think, is that it allows you to jam more military power into a single space. So they're most valuable when you're when you're fighting an enemy in close enough quarters that you wouldn't be able to get all your units into attack range anyway. Which is a real situation that happens all the time, so I don't think it's crazy to make them. I just don't think it'll be beneficial to us in this case. Alright. Oh, 5. We're starting to see some movement. We only have to get, you know, 50 times that, and then a couple more. Does Rockadet need to make an entertainment complex? The Hermitage would be cool. It's very expensive. I was going to put a campus here. Yeah. Whatever. This is like a campus, except better. Also, not like a campus, actually, at all in any way. Oh, we can't build knights here. Because I don't have the iron. I have 1 iron, so I can only build it here. And I'm not changing policies for it. But... a crossbowman? Man, I really wish I had better units. Or an aerodrome. I guess a crossbowman's gonna have to do. Yeah, best I can do. Alright, let's, what's up? Crystal Redentor, okay. We don't get it. Peter's just gonna take all of the tourism-based... Yes, fine. I don't know why you went to war with me just to immediately surrender. You are the worst world leader. Your people should be deposing you. This level of incompetence is just... It's not acceptable. Alright, well, I'm going to change this production then. We're just going to send the knight up there. Do something else. I don't know. Make a settler. Make a factory. We do not need any more spies. I don't actually even want the spies I have anymore. These don't seem to be very good. I guess we could intentionally antagonize somebody and just figure that they'll never do anything about it. That's actually probably a real strategy. Alright, I'm going to put these guys in all of the close cities. You get to rebase in light of the Wonder no longer being available. Alright, just find a way to get up there. Hannibal, you were almost relevant. Listen, the threat of Hannibal's approach, I think, was enough of a deterrent. I just don't get what would cause the AI to attack me and then have basically nothing happen in the war. All that happened in the war were a couple of units that should not have been counted in their military strength in the first place due to irrelevance. How yeah, Valletta. Medieval Valletta artifact. So wait, didn't it say that created in the medieval era? I'm sure it did. Listen, I can't rewind. You can. This says ancient on it now. But I could have sworn. So Valletta, Preslav. We can't swap anything until the slot is full. How did that get through testing? How did they never think, oh, well, people will obviously want to do this, and there's literally no reason for them not to do it? It's crazy. It's crazy talk is what it is. And yeah, I just looked at the time, and we've gone super over. I'm really into this game, man. I guess radio is potentially boostable. Hold on. What does it take to buy a naturalist? 1,600 faith? Are you... okay. No natural parks for us. Natural parks? National parks for us. Sure. Seems fine. So this is going to be a little tricky because we can't be visible to the barbarians for very long, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If the barbarians capture our guy, we'll just capture him back with our knight. Speaking of which. Alright, he's coming. Go to Sparta. I guess I told 2 of them to go to Necken. It's an honest mistake. Anybody can make it. So we do have another archaeological... wow, okay. We do have another archaeological museum up. We could get another archaeologist going. We still have some stuff to excavate. And then, I mean, that says nothing to the shipwrecks. I don't know anything about the shipwrecks. Yeah, so they ran units out to get our guy, even though we couldn't see them, so they probably shouldn't be able to see us. Oh, and I'll just steal. Has advanced considerably. Cool. Basically, I want to run this archaeologist's charges out, and then we'll end the episode. We're gonna end up with a pretty strong. What are you doing? No, okay. Oh, that guy was moving through Athens to Sparta, I guess. All right, we'll go here and provide an amenity to this city. It looks like the growth in some of our cities has like outstripped the amount of religious pressure we're getting, so we've gone under half believers, which makes the city have no stated religion again. "10 turns until radio, we can't boost it. 5 turns until suffrage, we can't really boost it. Boosting these would take a lot longer than just finishing them, and they're sort of bottlenecking us. Enemy spy killed. Okay, Callisto has been promoted. He is the greatest now. And good work there stopping them spies. He was the campus spy, because the other one's still working. Okay, Callisto, promotion available. Counter spy as if 2 levels more experienced? Yeah. He's going to be the greatest counter spy in all of history. Okay, so we have 2 more builds. What else needs to be expanded upon? We have some stone here. Give Manaus a little bit more production. You're good. You're good. So wait, what happened? Is this the archaeologist from up there? If they get moved onto, do they just teleport to the city? Or did we just build him? I'm so not paying attention to the things I'm doing. Yeah, Knossos is where our other archaeologists would have to come from. So this must be the guy. He must have escaped. Why doesn't it say how many charges he has? Because each one of them can only get 3 things. It seems like that should be front and center. Alright, well, you're fighting swordsmen with war chariots. The technology level does not advance as quickly as you might think. As might expect, at least. Escort formation, and... I don't know. No, we can't do that. Okay. Yep, just keep counter-spying. You're the man. Alright, so he's the one from the... I might want to actually swap their roles, though. Ooh, an army of knights. And a corps of anti-tank crew. That's a lot more dangerous. Actually, that's really scary. He's got a unit that is actually able to totally own our cities, probably. Well, whatever. We'll live. If he attacks us, we can do some maneuvering and figure it out, I'm sure. I mean, like, our Archer Corps has a combat strength of what? 50? And these guys have 83. Never mind. 50 is... that's not enough to be meaningful. And of course, they managed to spawn an extra unit. You know what the frustrating thing about this is? This is Preslav's fault, right? This is not... These guys are not spawning because of our city. They're spawning because of the barbarian scout that came out of this camp saw Preslav. But it's frustrating that that's just... it's going to get in our way. Alright. Anything that creates production in the capital is important. The capital's production is horrible. I suppose we should just build this factory. We're starting to get a lot of nice... what's the word I want to say here? We're getting a lot of nice feeding from cities. Like, we're getting these clusters of high production. Protect this. I guess we'll just leave you guys as you are. Argos can finish its crossbowmen, that's fine. We're no longer the suzerain of Preslav. Hey, that's one of the only city-states that it's possible for me to care about. And as such, it is mine. Are you seriously producing units? It's so frustrating that they get to produce a unit every turn. How are we supposed to... I had to devote like an actual military force to clearing this crap out. And we're too high level to get much XP from fighting with them. I think that's a little silly. If they're tough enough to be a threat to you, you should get XP. Alright, well we're gonna have to have these guys go over to here and mine that instead. This will be for the next archaeologist after we've cleared the camp. So I don't want to create another crossbowman and go into a court with that, I think. Although we sort of don't have a lot else to do. I mean, we can make a monument. That's not a terrible thing. Looks like we're going to get a change of government in this episode, too. I didn't figure it was going to take that long for our guy to do a little archaeology, but things got a little messed up. Man, the fact that you can't do anything at all, even things that you very obviously ought to be able to do while it's not your turn, is very much exacerbated by the fact that in the late game, the AI will be taking more time on its turns than you take on yours.
Why is a woman to be treated different?
Okay, so change governments. For sure. Democracy. Knowledge of computers has advanced considerably. Okay, so which red policy do we want to keep? I think it is this one. I'm trying to grab the scroll bar. We could move to their finest hour. I don't know. So let's put this up here. +4 housing, +2 amenities, -8 gold to a bunch of our cities. I don't think it's actually a good idea. Not right now with our treasury in the state it's in. We can do something like this. We just need to make money. I suppose these are the only ways. Alright, and then, I mean, this is something. Let's do, actually, let's do this. I know this isn't going to benefit us tremendously, but we're going to stay suzerain of those 2 city-states that we're aware of, and that's something. It's some money. And then I want great writer points and one other thing. Is there a red policy that's helpful? No, not really. We could throw in another green. Arsenal of Democracy doesn't seem very good to me. Although it may be that there's a trade route booster for tourism. Once again, the information we have is so scarce that it's hard to know. I guess we could pick up meritocracy again. Or maybe rationalism. Yeah, let's go rationalism. Alright, I like that government very much. That's much, much better. Alright, screw you barbarians. We'll go over here. Alright, I had to try to help clear these guys out, unfortunately. Let's rebase this. Help Rock Cadet get its wonder finished. I suppose just... Well, we could go for more money, right? We could actually build holy sites and try to get some naturalists going. Seems pretty far away. Maybe it would be better to build an entertainment complex somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this does reach Sparta. It also reaches Nekhen. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so the next policy we want is cultural heritage, obviously. Yeah, because we need that. And the Opera House would be great. Adjacent to land and a harbor. Did we end up building a harbor in Knossos? I don't think we did. Well, in only 35 turns, it'll have a... We can probably buy a granary. That'll help. Ah, growth. Shockingly difficult to manage. Or at least for me. Oh, what is this? This is a grand trade. So you want open borders. You're going to trade me 2 luxuries and 9 gold per turn for 30 turns. And yeah, you know what? I don't usually like to give the AI open borders. But I think that deal is fine. And since she's from the other continent, I don't think she's going to park a bunch of units in my country. That's the most annoying part of open borders, is that the AI will just leave a bunch of garbage all over the place so that your units can't move around. I'm not too worried about her coming over here and seeing our lands and deciding, oh, now I should make war, because if she was going to do that, she would have done it by now. Okay, we will not begin in class struggle, because we've already decided on our government. Okay, Ancient Era, Egypt, and Barbarians. And of course, I can't go look at my things. Shoot. I don't remember... Egypt, I think? I think we need an Egyptian work. Okay, yeah. 2 themed archaeological museums. We're up at 82 tourism. So this is going to be the last turn of the video. Let's finish it up here. I guess you can just move in this direction and potentially help with this. We hope. The capital can, I guess, just build entertainment buildings. We need to get a more modern military. Okay. So I think that's actually all of our stuff for the turn. Alright, well that's going to be it for this video then. No, it's not. I remembered. Okay, that's going to be it for this video then. Come back next time. We're going to keep pushing here. We have 6 tourists. We're not even that far behind, I guess. It's just... This whole thing is so opaque, and there's so little information. I guess those are kind of the same thing. I want more detailed. I want numbers, man. Well, come back next time. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to do our best to output a little bit more tourism, and hopefully win the game through culture before some AI goes to Mars. And we'll see you then.